Just below Africa, the world's most dangerous sea. For centuries, sea ships have come here by crossing. This area is called the graveyard of ships. It is famous that even today the sunken sea ships are often seen here. The most famous of these stories is the story of Flying Dutchman. Many people have seen this unknown sea ship here even today in the 17th century. But if we leave the stories and look logically, you will find thousands of sunken ships in this area. This area is called the Cape of Good Hope. It looks like a very beautiful sea, but for ships, it is no less than a death trap. Even in the era of GPS and large container ships, many sea ships avoid passing below Africa. But why is this? So let's find out the answer to this question in this sea called the Cape of Good Hope was a very scary place for the first explorers to reach here. After hearing stories about this area, European sailors decided to go here in the 15th century. In 1488, a Portuguese sailor Bartolomeu Dias tried to cross it first, but what happened to him here was very terrible. Stormy winds were picking up his ship and throwing it from here to there, and his ship was just about to sink. He managed to get out of here with great difficulty and became the first European to pass below Africa. He named this place the Cape of Storms, because according to the weather he had experienced here, this name was correct. But the king of Bartolomeu in Portugal was looking at this place from a completely different perspective. He was seeing an opportunity here. He changed the name of this place to the Cape of Good Hope, because this road used to go to India, the land of spices and treasures, and after that, this area became a gateway for many empires. After the Portuguese, the Dutch passed through here, and then the British also came to Asia from here. Their ships did not only take spices and silk from here, but also gold, slaves and elephant teeth. Money was being made in every journey, but there was also a danger of death in every journey. So many ships were lost here that everyone felt that something supernatural was going on here, and this is where the story of the Flying Dutchman began. It is said that in the 1600s, a Dutch captain swore that he would cross this sea from below Africa, but his ship also lost sight of this sea, and it is said that even today his soul is wandering in this sea. Because of these stories, ships began to avoid this place. Then in the 19th century, an engineering changed everything. In 1879, the Suez Canal was opened, because of which the Mediterranean Sea was connected to the Red Sea through Egypt. For global trade, this was revolutionary. Now ships did not have to travel thousands of kilometers to cross below Africa. Because of the Suez Canal, the journey from Europe to Asia was now less than 7,000 kilometers. Today, about 12% of the world's trade passes through the Suez Canal. Oil from the Middle East, goods from China and the grain from Europe also pass through this corridor. When the ship Ever Given got stuck here in 2021, the world found out how important the Suez Canal is. In just a few days, the world lost billions of dollars. But the problem is that if the Suez Canal is closed due to geopolitics, war or an accident, then ships have to take the road of Cape of Good Hope again. And this is what is happening today. Since the Yemeni hostilities have started attacking container ships passing through the Red Sea. But the question is, why is this sea route so dangerous? The answer to this is in the geography of this area. Actually, Cape of Good Hope is the place where the Atlantic Ocean and the Indian Ocean meet. When do such big seas collide? Very powerful waves are formed. The direction of these waves changes repeatedly, which causes many problems to the ships here. Now add one more thing to this, which is called roaring 40s. These are very powerful winds that run around the earth at a 40-degree altitude at all times. These winds are so sharp that they create waves as high as buildings in the sea, and in the winter days 10 to 15 meters high waves are very common here. Here the ships are jumping like a toy, and sometimes a sudden storm also comes. Even today's modern steel ships, which have right iron latest technology, do not have any power ahead of these waves. But the danger here is not just from the waves. The coastline here is also very rough and rocky, and there is no place for the ships to stop. In those days when the ships only moved with the wind, it was almost impossible to travel in these waters. A little mistake meant that the ship would crash into the rocks and break into pieces. That's why there are still hundreds of shipwrecks in this area. But on this road, not only Cape of Good Hope is not dangerous, but the ships have to go through more dangers. Namibia's skeleton coast is on the west coast of Africa. You must have guessed by its name. For centuries, fog, storms and powerful waves have destroyed many ships here. During the Second World War, a British ship, the Duden Inn, was destroyed here, and all its passengers were stuck here in the desert. On this route, when the ships turn east, there is a Mozambique Channel between Madagascar and Africa. There are a lot of storms here, and the speed of the wind is so fast that it blows the ships away like paper for centuries. Sailors have been as afraid of this area as they are of Cape of Good Hope. Even today, ships cross this sea very carefully because storms come at any time. But even if a captain gets out of the fog, waves, and storms, another fear awaits him, and that fear is of pirates. In the early 2000s, the sea near Somalia had become the most dangerous point in the world. Pirates, rifles, and rocket launchers on small boats used to kidnap big tankers and take millions of dollars from them. In 2011, the world economy suffered a loss of $7 billion due to these pirates, because the container ships had to keep guards, had to change their route, and had to get support from the Navy. Later, NATO, European Union, America, and the Indian Navy strengthened surveillance here, after which this piracy decreased, but the fear of these sea bandits is still in the hearts of those who pass through here. Similarly, if we go to the west, the Gulf of Guinea near Nigeria is the most famous in the world today due to pirates. The danger here is not only of looting, but also of kidnapping. In 2020, out of the 135 kidnappings in the world, 130 took place in this Gulf of Guinea, and this thing makes the most dangerous sea area in the world. In 2024, 12 crew members were kidnapped, while 126 were made hostages. A lot of money is required in return for these kidnappings. These pirates took $300,000 from a Chinese ship and left it. This is why the whole route around Africa is still very dangerous. First, your Cape of Good Hope is raised from a dangerous sea. Then, there is the storm of the rocky coastline of the Skeleton Coast and the Mozambique Channel. And even if you cross all this, there is a danger of pirates ahead. But there is also a political angle to this whole story. This sea around Africa is not only important due to trade, but it is also an important military and strategic zone. For example, in the Red Sea, which is in the north of the Cape of Good Hope, the Yemeni Houthis are continuously attacking container ships. 90 ships have been targeted since mid-November 2023, 30 of which were badly damaged and 2 were sunk. These attacks have had a very bad impact on the traffic passing through the Suez Canal. In early 2024, the traffic passing through this canal had fallen by 50% compared to last year. Ships have changed their route and are now using the route below Africa. This is why this area has once again become very important for global shipping and trade. The world's big powers know very well how sensitive this area is. This is why the navies of the United States, China, and Europe are constantly sailing here. Djibouti, which is close to the Horn of Africa, has also become a hub for international militaries. There are many foreign military bases here, including China's base. The struggle to control these seas is still going on, just as Bartolomeo Diaz and Vasco da Gama tried centuries ago. This route passing through Africa is both necessary and dangerous. On the one hand, the oil, gas, and cargo of the world go to other continents from here, but this route is also full of dangers. This is why today, despite being modern ships, the captains prefer the route of the Suez Canal. There is a lot of traffic on this route, but it is still better than the dangerous route of the Cape of Good Hope. So instead of passing through the bottom of Africa, ships do not pass through the Suez Canal just because this route is small, but also because they do not have to pass through dangerous areas like the Cape of Good Hope. So see you in the next video with another interesting topic. Take care of yourself. Allah Hafiz.